How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We are going to take a look at Nikola Corporation today and why I would sell if I own the shares. So, just to be clear, I don't own the company. I've been saying since I heard about it the first time in one of my videos that I do not like the company as an investment, that they have not actually produced any vehicles or been able to make any sales really. They have some pre-orders, but that's really it. Right now, they are really just designing a couple of different vehicles. And I said that the valuation was much too high on it from a very early time. So I'm going to go over the stock because it's been going down the last few days after it went up big after some news about working with GM. And I'm going to cover a news article that actually came out by Hindenburg Research and kind of talk about some of the really real potential dangers of investing in this company. So if you guys like this kind of thing, please leave a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I know some of you are Nikola investors, so if you want to help support me, because I know that I'll get some thumbs down for this, just because a lot of people don't really like bearish videos like this where I talk about stock and why I don't like it. But I think it's really important. I think it helps a lot of people and might bring some clarity to them if they haven't heard about this news already. Also, if you do want to help out in another way, you can leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this. Or if you want to join our Patreon, you can do that. That would be awesome. You can get access to our Discord server and talk about different investments. Or if you want to get a free stock from Webull by depositing $100, it's pretty much a guaranteed 10% rate of return. And you can get a stock worth up to $1,600. So I really appreciate that. You can use that link down below, or if you want to start with M1 Finance, that's down there too. So let's get into it. Nikola is down 15% today, and they have been down a significant amount throughout the week. So they popped on Monday morning, actually Tuesday morning, and they went up about 55% because of some news that they were going to be working with GM. And since then, we've just seen a huge decline of about 42%, and it keeps on dropping. We're near the 3-month lows. So if we go back to when they first started really popping up as a company, since then we have seen them go down to about $30 a share, $29 a share, and we're getting close to that again. Now, the reason that they popped up early this week is because they announced this deal with GM where GM was going to be able to take a $2 billion stake in Nikola, and GM was going to produce the hydrogen fuel cell electric pickup that they have, the Badger, that has been really one of their most important selling points on the company, that and their semi-truck. So they are going to produce the hydrogen fuel cells and some of the other parts of the Badger too. And this was kind of a mixed emotion kind of moment, right? So I had said in a previous video, it was good for Nikola because they don't have to do this. And this is true, right? So they don't have to produce the vehicle, which is nice for them. They don't have to put billions into a manufacturing plant. But it kind of uncovered, for the people that didn't already think this, it kind of uncovered that they don't have even the technology for some of this stuff. So not only do they not have the manufacturing side ready, but they are not even producing the hydrogen fuel cells. So this is kind of difficult just to see this as an investor, that they really won't be producing much. They really just have some intellectual property and some drawings. And then later this week, so just actually yesterday, I believe, on Thursday, this article came out from Hindenburg Research saying essentially that they were lying themselves into a partnership with one of the largest automakers. And I'm not going to go through all of these, but I'm just going to go over the main points. And just to be clear, I did not do this research. I don't have any way of knowing if this is really correct, but this is their research. I don't think that they would stake their reputation on it if they didn't believe it was true. So one of the big points here is that there was kind of a skepticism over whether the truck worked, and they had produced a video called Nikola One in Motion, and they showed a semi-truck cruising down the road. But in this investigation, they had found a former employee that said that they had the truck towed to the top of a hill, and they just pretty much put it in neutral and just had it cruise down the hill. And that's when they shot the video. They couldn't even get it to really work, so they just took it up to the top and let it fly down and then took the video then. So that is very misleading, obviously, if that's true. They also say here that, they were kind of raving about their technology, their battery technology, but now Nikola plans to use GM's technology instead. So really, they don't have the manufacturing. They don't have the battery technology, so really they just have some drawings. So they are kind of hyped up for really no reason. They also say that inexpensive hydrogen is fundamental to the success of Nikola. They say that the CEO has claimed in a presentation to hundreds of people that they were able to cut the cost of hydrogen by about 81% compared to their peers that were already producing hydrogen. So they claim that they were able to cut down costs a lot, but then later they actually admitted that they have not been able to produce hydrogen at this price or at any price. They have pretty much lied or fibbed or whatever you want to call it to investors and in interviews. So this is a big point of concern too. Any CEO that flat out lies or fibs like that, I think that I would be very cautious of. They also say that he appointed his brother, Travis, as the director of hydrogen production and infrastructure. And they say that his prior experience consisted of pouring concrete driveways and doing subcontractor work. So I get what they're saying, that he maybe hasn't been working on this for a long time. I don't know if you can really use that as the reasoning behind not trusting them. I mean, I know a lot of people that did that when they were in high school or college for a summer job and then, went to school and did other stuff. So I wouldn't read too much into that. I think it's kind of a catchy headline, but you never know what he's actually studied unless you look at it, or what he's done in the past. He could have just done this for a job. They also say here that there is a kind of reveal of their semi-truck, and they actually had electric cables hooked up from underneath the stage, so that way it could actually look like it was functioning. So that's really misleading if that's true too. They had this contract with U.S. Express, reportedly accounting for about a third of its reservations, or about $3.5 billion in orders. But this company only had about $1.3 million on their balance sheet at the end of the last quarter, so that doesn't really make sense either. I mean, they could be raising money, but that doesn't seem very likely to raise $3.5 billion like that. So I will link to this in the description below, but you can take a longer look at this if you're an investor. You can see it's very lengthy. So they actually show what they're talking about for all these different pieces of research. It's quite interesting. It just might take a while. They also have this here too, which I didn't say, but they claim that they have a ton of different solar panels, and you can see they don't have any. So, I mean, it's just interesting to look at it and see everything that maybe they've fibbed about or lied about over the last year or so. And for me, this is just a company that is much too highly valued. So it's actually just about 12.3 billion right now, but it's been up much higher than this. So I would be cautious if you're thinking about investing, or if you are investing in this company. I personally would sell it. I don't think it's worth the risk that comes with it. But let me know your thoughts below. And again, please like the video. I really appreciate it. You can use those links down below in the description. It means a lot and really helps out the channel if you use those links to sign up for new investing accounts. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks.